These are the best seats in the house, as you probably know. Sharleen Spiteri has just come out from basically rocking Hyde Park again. This is quite a good gig for you, because you're only halfway up the road, aren't you?
Do you know what? In saying that, I got to London at 5 o'clock this morning, because we played in Murcia in Spain last night.
Okay.
So we were playing a big gig in Spain, and literally we went on stage at 11 o'clock last night. You know, it's Spain. Went on there, I think last night when we took the stage, it was 36 degrees at 11 o'clock at night. It was so hot. And then straight to the airport, got on the plane and flew in last night and came home. So I've had a few hours sleep. I actually had quite a good sleep. Had a wee slice of toast, got in the car, drove here, and this is it.
This is rock and roll.
I'm ready. I've got a few days off. I'm chilled, so I'm happy.
That's good. How are Spanish audiences in comparison to UK audiences with your music?
The thing is like all audiences are completely different, because if you play a gig like Hyde Park, it's completely different if you're playing like the Albert Hall, or you're playing. It's depending, especially when you play a festival situation, because you're playing to people that are not just your fans. So it's always great, because for me, I really enjoy it. Some people are a bit like, I love it because it gives you that little opportunity to win people over. Yeah. You're like, come on to our side, come and like us. So it's good fun. I thoroughly enjoy it, and
it keeps you on point as well, doesn't it? Because so many people, you
got to work. You're going on, you're playing on a stage when, as I said, when it's not just your audience. It's not people that have just bought a ticket to see you. Some people have, some people haven't, but they just haven't been at that point when you go on stage. And it's, you know, you got to tread the boards and dig in.
There's a friend of mine in advertising who used to say, never overestimate the great British public. If you think they're in your hands, then they might not
never
be, you know.
I don't even when we play a Texas, you know, when it's just a Texas gig, I never take anything for granted. I mean, I think probably it's a good headspace to be in. It's just I like to work. I like to work hard. I like to go on stage. You know, sometimes it's more difficult than others, but you know, we're very lucky as well with the catalogue of songs that we've got. So it feels very good when you can pull the next song out. Yeah. You know, it's a Black Eyed Boys, Say What You Want, Halo. It's just like, you know, the list of songs is great. And, you know, we've had a long career. And it's lovely to come play Hyde Park today, because it was another generation that was, you know, there's like youngsters singing along, and you kind of look sometimes think, how do you know these songs? And then you're like, oh god, yeah, you were the little kid in the car when we were like all over the radio.
But actually watching the audiences, as opposed to, because I've seen you play live so many times, I'm watching the audience, and you've got a bunch of songs there in your catalogue, your oeuvre, if you like, and you don't have to sing, because they all know the words, and they know it. Yeah,
I have to say, it's one of the best feelings in the planet when you can just go. It is a very nice feeling to be able to do that. I remember like, again, going back to the you never take it for granted. I'll be honest, I don't always know that at that point when I go, I'm thinking, please God, let them sing. I will die. You know that moment where you go like that and it could be dead silent. Yeah. It could be dead silence at that point when you just do it. But you've got to, sometimes you're just like, yeah, it's always like a little bit of a split second of
How often do you guys get back together again and do like the big tour, or just a couple of little gigs, or is it? Well,
we just finished a 2-year tour at Christmas. We were on the road for 2 years. We did all over. We did all the UK twice round, Europe twice round, Australia, South Africa, Dubai. We went everywhere. We went all over. We didn't do America, but America is going to be next year, and there'll be a new record hopefully next year as well, so we'll be back out on tour 2020.
Now they're pricking up ears. New record.
Yeah.
How long has this taken?
Well, we've been working on it now, so we finished at Christmas and we've been writing and working on it, and you know, in between doing some festivals here and there, because we're not actually officially on tour at the moment, we're just doing festivals.
Yeah, it's not officially on. It's the same gig
pulling
though.
Out for the big guns, you know.
Exactly. So however many years on it is, over 30, isn't it?
Yeah.
What makes, you must know by now, because you've just played them again. What makes a Texas song?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, it would be a bit strange if my voice wasn't on it.
There is that.
I don't know. It's just something that happens when we come together. You know, you don't sit down and go, we're going to write a Texas record, because that's a bit like, well, I'm going to speak as myself. I don't know. When we're together and when we make music, it has, I guess, certain things to it. And I guess all the music that's influenced us throughout the years and the stuff that we've loved sort of comes out in our adaptation of it.
Sure. Because these new songs are joining that catalogue of songs that you've had so much success with over the last...
Well, every time you do a new record, you think, oh, how's that going to fit into the set? And you think it's funny because it's only, you know, you're at that point where you do one record and then you join, and that's when you really know if you've got a good record. See, as soon as you put it, slot it right, but you put a single which you think is going to be the single, you test it out on the live shows, slot it in between two massive songs, and you'll soon know if you get a hit. You know, like you know if it's going to stand up. You know, sometimes you got to work to get it there. But yeah, that's kind of the way it does. And then you go back out a year or two later, and then suddenly that song's the back catalogue again, and something else is new.
Yeah. Time moves quickly, because that must be the test, isn't it? You've done it in the studio, and you must think, how's that going to play out in front of people? And it might be in an intimate gig or in front of like 80,000 people here. And
yeah, you just don't know, and I mean, it's funny because as soon as you play a new song to like your mates and everything, you go around the house, you play a new song and they're listening, and you either get, oh yeah, that's good, and you're like, that's not it. You're all like, you know, you're like, what, did we have like funny ears on that day when we were listening? You just know, you know, you can say, but then when you get friends and they go, oh, well, can I hear it again? And then you just do that kind of little,
Because your real friends are never polite, are they? Your real friends will tell you what they think.
Yeah, I mean, they're your friends are there to kind of keep you in check. You know, some people, not your friends, but you know, some people kind of think it's their duty to keep you in check, and you're a bit like, sling your hook, pal. You know,
I've been doing this long enough.
You know, I don't need you to keep me in check. But it's just some people get that bee in their bonnet where they, you know, they do that thing where they go, you're not a star around me. And you're like, well, I never came into the conversation with that in my head, but if that's the way you want to look at it, this is more about you than it is about me. So this is about your problems rather than mine. But your friends don't see you, you know, that's why they're your friends. Okay. You're just a pal.
So the album's done. Has it got a title?
Not yet.
We got a release date?
Not yet.
Any tour dates?
They're starting to penciling stuff in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got work to do.
You know, it's the 30th. You know, it's the 30th anniversary. I think it'll be 21. It'll be 30 of Southside, and I think 21 away on Blonde. So yeah, it's going to be a big
one.
It's a big old year.
Having a party. Go on, Sharleen.
Definitely a couple of cheeky G&Ts for sure.
Lukewarm glass of Blue Nun and a Twiglet.
Oh God, can you imagine? I actually bought a box of Buckfast. I was in Ibiza, and I bought it as a laugh because there was a load of Scottish friends were all staying, and there was this really, really posh dinner that I was at, and me and my mate put on everyone's like at everyone's place.
Bucky.
We put a bottle of Buckfast around the table, and there was some people that were American stuff. They were like, "Whoa, what's this? Buckfast?" We're like, "Taste it. Go on, taste it."
You will never be allowed into America next year.
Smell.
You will never be allowed in.
Takes you back to your youth, doesn't it? Look.
Thanks for rocking the park today, Charlene. See you soon.
Thank you for having me.
Take it easy.
Magic Love Summer